we're back. Welcome to episode 5 on Common Sense Podcast. I'm your host X, and
what's up? It's Ocho,
Money Mitch,
and yeah, back. We're back on a humble Sunday. What's going on? How's everyone's weekend been? How's the week been for everybody? Everyone, give me a little something.
We going solid.
You do anything funny, exciting?
Yeah. My sister's birthday is like next week.
Okay, big up.
So she had a little thing at Hoppa.
Back at Hoppa's popping.
Yeah, so that was a good little vibe.
You get involved with the karaoke?
No, it wasn't karaoke night that time.
Oh, okay.
And
True,
even if
true.
it was, I don't think you want to hear me sing.
Yo,
I just think I'm built for that.
Sometimes I want to hear the bass, fam. The bass voice.
Yeah, I don't even want to hear myself sing.
You know, who's that nigga that sings I see trees of green? Who's that nigga that sings that? He has like the deepest voice. Y'all niggas know.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, every nigga knows what I'm talking about. I didn't want to
say
say the song longer, but anyways. Cuz you do anything this weekend? What's popping with you?
Nah.
I thought you did nothing all weekend. That's crazy.
Bro, it was a humble weekend, man. Honestly, the weather's sometimes. I'm not even trying to do too much, but today I went and ate some oysters.
How was that? I never had oysters.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for the man to me.
It sounds like it's not for you either.
Nah, it's like, I'm not gonna lie. I had better ones when like me and P we went somewhere and we had some oysters and they were actually all right.
So this wasn't your first time having oysters?
Nah, this wasn't my first time.
Oh, the way that you said, I thought it was your first time.
It's just that like I didn't have it in a while and I didn't like. Okay, so the first time I went, it was like only like 3. I tried 3, but the toppings were on it were like, oh, they were good. This one was just like a basic one.
What do they dress oysters with? Because I know they don't cook them. I heard they just bust them out to sea and give them to you.
Yeah, so you have to squeeze like the lemon. Then there's like hot sauce. There's like cilantro, all that stuff.
Okay, so they kind of dress it like a Mexican oysters.
Yeah, it's like it's spicy. That's the only reason why I ate it, because I'm like, yo, like it has to have toppings on it. But like,
how's that shit taste?
How's it taste? Yeah, I heard it's good. And also
texture wise, it's like slimy.
Ew.
Yeah, I don't even like how that sounds.
It's not, like I said, it's not for everybody, but like I ate mussels and all that stuff before. Like if you guys don't eat seafood, it's I
fuck with mussels though. Like I do eat seafood, but oysters just
so the thing is and this is like this is cold.
Ooh, that's crazy. Do you eat sushi? You like sushi?
Yeah, I ate sushi the other day actually too.
You get involved with like sashimi and all of that?
Yep.
Yeah, it took me a while to get involved with sushi. So like
I ate sashimi when we went out to eat, bro.
Which one's sushimi?
The raw fish. You know,
like
when they
the
just
tuna. Like that raw tuna was fire.
They have the tuna, they have the salmon, they have a bunch of them, but it's just like literally not cooked.
Yeah, I'm not fucking around with that.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's fuck. So it's like I liked all that shit prior to this shit, like prior to doing it on my cleanse. I haven't eaten sushi back since I stopped. Like I started eating back, and I don't know, like the whole aspect of shit being uncooked kind of scares me. Like I don't want no parasites. I don't want nothing like that. So like I'm looking at the clams and shit, and I'm like, yo, them shits are super raw. That shit looks crazy, but I don't know. I heard it's got a lot of nutrients. I heard it's good for the body. I heard a lot of positive things about clams. Yo, did you niggas hear this or am I tripping?
No, but that's
I've heard that.
That's why I went to go eat the oysters.
Yeah.
Oh, you had like a little date lined up or something.
It wasn't even a date lined up. It was just like we went out to eat.
I was being formal. You know what I mean? You just had something lined up.
We went out to eat.
Man, we had some oysters. Blood.
We had some oysters. It was
were they
conversation
effective?
and some. I don't know. I didn't use it.
I thought that was the point of it. I thought you went to get the oysters.
I'm just telling you what I did. I ended up here. So sad things happened, and I ended up here.
Man just got beer focus unused.
Damn.
Yo,
that's fucked up. That hurts.
It's crazy.
What I do?
The brain's functioning, though. The brain's functioning.
Yo, bro, you had to get the clear-minded thoughts out here.
Word.
What did I do? I went to a baby shower on Saturday. I brought my dog with me. Shout out Big Charles. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it. It was funny too, because like, yo, we're at the stage of life where, like, I'm not quite 30 yet, but we're at the stage of life where all my friends and shit, they're getting married, they're getting kids and all type of shit. I'm just here with my dog, nigga. Like, this is what I got going on. It's kind of crazy, yo.
Yo, you know how many people have dogs? It's crazy.
Yo, the pandemic will do that. I swear niggas got lonely during the pandemic.
That just sounds funny. I feel like you should want a dog because you wanted a dog.
I did want a dog.
Because nobody else is there.
Yo,
no,
but go ahead.
You want a dog because it's like, why not? Like at that point, it's like, yo, I'm lonely. Why not? I can get a dog, and that's what we're gonna do.
Yo, fam, it's companionship. At the end of the day, yo, fam, when's the last time you loved something without worrying about it hurting you or fucking cheating on you or not loving you back? The dog doesn't do those things,
so
fam.
Vicious, god
damn. Fam, I don't know. Maybe I'm damaged, nigga. Like shit. But like,
it's facts though, real shit. That's facts. That's why people.
Fam, unconditional love is real.
Yeah.
Like what
it doesn't matter how mad you are.
You know what I'm saying? This nigga's always excited to see you. Doesn't matter what time it is.
I like dogs. Dogs are cool. The responsibility is too much for me.
You know what's different? I find it's just like I guess there's a lot of people have different styles for raising their dog. Like I don't talk to my dog like a baby at all. Like me and my dog are just me and a real nigga. Like yo, what are you dealing with? You're good. Like I give him a little dog. You know, oh my god, big up yourself. You know what I'm saying? Big. You know, especially when he does good shit, give him treats and shit. But like. Yo, some people I find super baby in the dog, like, you know, and they be asking the dog to not do things like he's not a dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? To each their own, because it's crazy. Like, even when you go across the world, like in Trinidad, those dogs will eat everything. Yo, the dogs across the world are crazy.
Those dogs are just like in the road.
They're on the road.
First of all, the craziest thing, speaking of that, like, I was in Trinidad and I seen a dog with 3 legs and I'm like, who took you to the hospital? I'm just like, yo, damn. I know, no, but you were healed.
Yeah,
like you're hopping around doing everything. I was like, yo, that's crazy because like I know nobody paid for your surgery.
No, it's crazy. Sometimes, yo, bro, you let the ancestors guide them, bro. They took the leg.
Don't kill me, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Anything else in your so yo, fuck anything else in your agenda? Anybody else?
Yeah. I just wanted to shout out Canadian soccer team qualified for the World Cup.
First time. I heard that.
Big up the team.
Yeah. You know I'm big on soccer, so that's dope. First time in 36 years.
Holy, that's a long
beat
time.
Jamaica today. You know, usually I'll go for Jamaica, but not against Canada. I gotta go for Canada on this one.
Crazy, all of a sudden I'm more
today.
Canadian.
Hell yeah. Today I'm very Canadian. Tomorrow we could talk about Jamaica, and you know, but
absolutely.
I didn't even know that. Like, I did. I read it today. I just read it before I got here.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that shit's lit, but fuck. I'm not a soccer player. I'm not a soccer player.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was like, damn, like I just want to see these guys go, you know? So getting to see that is dope still.
Absolutely. Holy, they're doing numbers. Shout out to the Canadian soccer team. Goddamn.
Sure.
And congratulations. Holy, anybody watch? Okay, fuck, what are we doing? It's usual Sunday. What have I done? I've watched Power. I've watched. You niggas watch Top Boy? You niggas like Top Boy?
I did.
What do you guys think?
Sad.
Hold on, pause. Spoiler alert, just off the rip.
I was about to just say, like, how far are we about to go with this? Are we assuming that the audience done watch the show?
Well, no, we're giving them a spoiler alert.
Well, fuck. Well, let's just spoil it right now. I didn't think this guy was gonna plug Jamie at the end of the movie. end of the show. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And I kind of wasn't feeling that. I feel like, yo, Jamie like slapped out his own brethren like for the man. I'm like, I was like, holy, that's crazy. Like, this guy's riding, you know. Sully said, nah, fuck that.
He wasn't having it.
Dumping this guy.
Yo, bro, it was damn times.
But like, yo, y'all know Sully is the sickest in the show when it comes to putting in the work. So like,
he puts in the work.
He didn't forget nothing. Like that's why that happened.
Yeah, he just like, nah, this guy's gonna try a thing.
Yeah.
But like same way, he did try snake the man in fucking Spain, you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, yo, fam, you guys took all my shit. You locked me up. Like, yo, fam, I don't want to work for you. Fuck off, bro.
You're extorting him.
Yeah, you know? But I feel like Duchesne was probably just going to let the man, like,
but when I seen Sully show up and sit down, I'm like, oh, Lee, like, sticky for you.
And he told him, too, he's like, fam, I'm going to bury you. And he did that, bro. Damn.
Yeah, that was a sick show. That's the show I recommend. If you haven't watched it, like, regardless of what we said, like, start back from season 1. Like,
fam, even watching this new season, I tapped back in from like the previous season just so I can get a refresher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I want that shit fresh. No matter, like, I don't know, Top Boy drops in long durations of time between itself. So I getting a refresher definitely made it clear that shit falls like right after itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The storyline is definitely like written well.
Well, it's a well written show, I say, but some of the better writing and like
more so than in like a lot of shows. I feel like,
you know what? Fucking, I'm gonna just put it out there. Like, yo, Drake's all here killing 50 in terms of the writing on his shows. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Any production that Drake's been a part of, because Drake's part of Top Boy, right?
Yeah, he's part
I'm
of
not
Top
tripping.
Boy.
Yo, that shit was done fucking proper. I heard Drake had some involvement in Euphoria. As outlandish as it is, yo, the show itself, like the acting, the production, the put together of it, it was really well done. I'm looking at Power now, and I'm like, yo, right after you watch Top Boy, then watch Power after. You're like, holy.
That's a totally different, like,
I know, but it's
totally different, like.
I know, but I'm just saying it because this is shit that I'm watching right now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have that excitement to even watch Power like how I used to. Like, I don't know. Tommy's Power's not hitting like that.
Yeah, I feel you.
That was one aspect of the show. Like, I'm not knocking Power, no shit like that. It's just, some of it was like, I don't know. They just be jamming characters into the script sometimes, or just, I don't know. They didn't flow as well. Like, I feel like at least Top Boy, they had new characters and shit, but they found like purpose. They
and
it's
just where they took it.
Throw them in there,
It's where they took it. Like, they actually took it to Jamaica.
Yo, it was lit. Yo, it was lit.
That was like, okay, like,
coming in like belly.
Yeah, that, and even London itself, it's a whole different, like, it's a whole different like point of view of things. Like, okay, you guys are just the hand to hand action on how they do like their drug business is like, okay, that's way different from like.
But I do gotta wonder if like how authentic that part is, because they also have to they gotta film it in a way where you know what's going on without being boring. Cause like realistically, like mans that really do things, it's not exciting. Like the man might be in the buildings all day, like you don't even see them at the market. I don't know
though, because I feel like
I
the
just
way
feel
they
like
did
what
that
they did was
organic.
super hot, you know.
Yeah.
There might be aspects of it that's real, like see how the man like spitting it out, like they had it, like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
mans might really go around and make their waps like that, but like I don't know if you're just gonna go to the market in Brixton and just see mans just fucking in the cut, just making crazy waps. Like yo, that's wild. I don't know.
Nah, you know what I fucked it too. I like Jack's character or Jackie or whatever.
The girl?
Yeah, she was hard.
She was hard.
You know what? And it's like I couldn't help but compare her to Snoop from The Wire. Essentially, I don't know. Like, did you niggas make that comparison?
Yeah.
But I thought her character was like I don't know, like more in depth or like more like I want to say better done or like more well done, but like yo, she was still like, you know what I mean?
She was
like,
loyal.
She was loyal. She was a better actor overall. Like yo, she was good still. She did
Snoop
a good
was
job.
actually just like Snoop.
Yeah,
in
Snoop
real
was
life.
like a hood nigga
Like,
on the show. Exactly.
They just made her like
She was on
remember
parole, I
lines
think,
and shit,
when she
you
did
know.
that. I
But
think that was like for actually like a parole, like to
yeah, it was a part of her conditions.
I didn't even know how to see it. Makes sense, like because how they kind of casted part of The Wire was like, it seems like 1, 2 of the man are like just hood niggas, you know, and they just made them like remember the script. Like even the accent, everybody was from Baltimore and shit. Like,
but then these ones like the London man, they're rappers.
Yeah,
because
a lot
Driss,
of them,
Deshane,
Dave,
they're all rappers, right? But it's like, and actually like they're good. It's not even to be.
But the same girl that played Jack, she's like an actual actor, you know.
See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, she like actually acts and shit. So
fuck with it.
That's probably why like her role was like, you know, stand out like that.
Word. I feel you. All right, well, fuck, matching off into some, I guess, more specific topics. I'm gonna throw it out there with a general. Yo, do y'all think money buys happiness?
Does money buy happiness?
Yeah, I know it's generic and shit, but I'm throwing it out there. Just off the what comes to your mind?
Not entirely, but it buys probably about 90% of the shit that makes you happy. The other 10%, yeah, it's invaluable. You can't put a price on it. Family and like having experiences.
I just feel,
you know, you can't buy that.
You could do a lot more things.
But yeah, all even your family and all that, you could take care of better when you have some money. And then you can go and do things and enjoy it with them if you have money, as opposed to, you know, average everyday life. We're out here trying to make $1 every day. So it definitely could provide a lot of things that would make you much happier. But it's not the end of it though. Like if you have a bunch of money and you're alone, you have nobody to enjoy it with, then you're fucked.
Get you a puppy, nigga.
And then you have to worry about.
You have to worry about a lonely nigga with a dog.
You have to worry about the people who want to like, they want something because now they feel like, oh, you have it. Like they want more than they did before. But that's the thing, because he's saying good money buy you happiness. Like, yeah, you can do all the stuff with the money, but now the people who actually want things from you want more because you can support.
Nigga,
no, of course.
But what are you talking? I'm not even talking about people that want you. I'm just talking about initially. Like,
no, he's saying in response to what I said that the money would provide a whole bunch of options. But he's saying, but also once you get all that, now people are gonna be envious and stuff.
So you're gonna be your happiness is also like, yo, bro, like holy, I gotta deal with these people.
That's
like,
how you manage it.
You know
though,
what I'm saying? Because you're happy you can provide, but now they want more from you. That you're like, yo, bro, I don't even want to.
So yeah, it brings me back to my question, because that's like a symptom or like a result of the resource of having money. But does money buy happiness in that result? If happiness is temporary in terms of like, yo, you're gonna buy people shit and make them happy or pay off their bills and all that, and now people want more, and now it's like it puts you in a position where you no longer feel happy to give people shit. Does money really buy happiness?
In terms of buying happiness,
no, it doesn't infinitely buy you happiness. But like it's weird to make the question so black and white, because then it makes people would then run with the answer like, oh, so then like why do people chase money and da 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 da? It's like, no, the shit helps.
No, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But if again all you have is the money and then you don't have nobody to enjoy it with, then
it's also like this. Like I seen something on Facebook. Some girl had a meme. It's like, oh, it's like money can't buy you happiness, but I'd rather cry in a Benz than a bus.
No, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
that's a fact.
I'm like,
I would.
That makes sense to me, because I'm like, shit. You know, your crying must be a lot better in the Benz. You know what I'm saying? On a bus, you gonna be feeling it like, oh shit, I'm hurting.
And people can see you cry too. You don't even have the privacy. So there you go.
No, I definitely say like in terms of it's I don't know, it's perspective based too, right? Because there's a lot of people who are even born into money, right? Like wealthy people who are fucking depressed as shit, right?
For sure.
A lot of people like suicide rates are I'm pretty sure they're higher across the board. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, with more socioeconomic intersectionality, such as race, religion, finances, all that shit, the numbers increase, but. And definitely, like, yo, I can't say, like I said, off the rip, that money buys happiness, but it definitely does provide access to resources, for shit that can align to, I don't know, assist or even make your whole living situation better.
That's it. That's all it really is.
Right.
It just helps you with the situations that you didn't have have before.
What brings me to my brings me to a next question. Yo, I don't know, at least for me growing up and shit, I always wanted to like even when I was a kid, I was like, fuck it, I gotta make $1 million. I gotta get rich. And like even what's funny is like when I was a kid, $1 million, as soon as you hit $1 million in my brain as a child, like junior kindergarten, I thought like boom, rich. You get me? That being said, I don't know, did you niggas feel similarly? Like was it always like a goal to get rich or whatever? Or is it or right? Or like no, it's a real thing, right? And that I kind of want to follow that up with asking like, do you think that everybody wants to be rich? Or you think that people are okay with just like, like there's a number or like a baseline medium where people are okay capping out that kind of thing?
I think some people are comfortable, and then some people, they want to go past that comfort zone, because once people get comfortable, they're just like, yo, if we can maintain rent and this groceries, we're fine. There's some people who don't even have a car because they're like, yo, we're cool with that. We don't even need those extra bills. You know what I'm saying? But then there's people who are like, nah, I'm not taking public transportation.
So do you think the vast majority, like, do you think the majority want to put in that work, I suppose?
No. I think most people like the idea of being rich, but very few are willing to put in the work to do it. Being rich is like being a professional athlete. Like you're in a very small percentage of people. And like we all could have played sports, and you could have had talent, but what really like makes niggas go is like the work ethic and the dedication and shit. After people get off from work, especially if they have kids and all type of shit, nigga, you want to enjoy like the little bit of free time on average that you got left. Only certain people are gonna be like, nah, fuck that.
But what are we classifying as rich though, like number wise?
Yo, when I was a kid, I said $1 million.
Yeah, but that's also different back when you were a kid.
Yeah, well, like
$1 million, I say, is still rich if you have it in cash, not like earned over a lifetime. Right now, I got $1 million. You have a lot more options than the average person will ever have in their life.
You do.
You're in a very small percentage of people.
But you're also buying a normal market price house in Toronto.
That's if you choose to.
That's if you choose to, yeah.
Yeah.
You have $1 million cash, like nigga, like think of
I know, I understand, but it's like
you could rent the rest of your life. People have never seen that amount of money and they didn't die. You know what I mean? So $1 million is a lot of money.
I'm just trying to say that now $1 million's a lot, but
inflation. Don't get me wrong, inflation is
no, it's not what it was when we were kids.
Yeah,
it's not 100%. Infinite money.
So,
when you're a kid, you probably think $1 million means it'll never end. You know?
So there's people who like they're cool with just apartment living. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like apartment, like they're cool with apartment living because they might just be like, yo, that might be rich to some people.
I'm definitely not rich.
I hear you. But that's like, yo, some people are at the level where they're like, yo, I'm just comfortable living like that.
I think most people do what they can type of shit. So like niggas aren't in their apartment, their little one bedroom, like, oh fuck, I made it. No, nobody's saying that shit. But they're saying like, nigga, after work, I want to watch some TV. I want to eat some snacks. Probably want to fuck my girl, and I'm gonna go to bed, and I'm gonna wake up and do it again. They're not saying, yo, I'm gonna spend 4 extra hours on this computer trying to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna make $1 million. Only certain people are willing to do that, and those are the niggas that end up getting rich, or man's that like from their young they make responsible decisions. Like, yo, I'm not gonna have a youth young. I'm gonna save my bread. I'm gonna try and find a way to invest it. But even that's extracurricular shit. Most people, they just get the money, go buy some food, they eat it, they drink it, they smoke it, and then they repeat. You know, like
they're
that's
content.
Yeah, content.
Yeah.
You know, so I wouldn't say they think they're rich, but it's like, nigga, I ain't got I'm not working no harder than this. Like, it's already bad enough.
Because I think any extra dollars out of their means. Like, you know what I'm saying? Out of because
they're probably not even thinking of it.
I think some of them are thinking of it.
I think when people really want to do something, they do it.
I believe that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people like talking about shit. People talk. Because the fuck else you got to talk about? You can talk about some money, some sports, relationships, all that shit. And then you're going to go back and do the same shit you did yesterday. You're not going to change on average. The exceptional person's going to be like, nah, fuck that.
It's something small like, oh, yo, don't even buy that beer after work. Save that.
You know what?
It sounds small, but it's huge, nigga, because those beers add up.
Okay, so you know what? Okay, even in regards to that, let's talk about like living within your means. You know what I'm saying, right? Like you're talking about like, let's not buy that beer after work because you're gonna save the money. What are your I guess I don't know, thoughts or views on people who let's say even buy designer, like, you know, wear only designer, like flood themselves out and like live beyond their means. They can't really afford. Like, yo, it be having me fucked up. I be walking down King Street or whatnot, and like, I don't know, on a Friday night, everybody designered up. Everybody looks like a rich person. You know what I'm saying? It's like, holy shit. But like in retrospect, I doubt people are as rich as they look. You know what I'm saying? And I also believe that with the prevalence in social media and just like how real this shit has become, yo, it's like one big popularity contest. Everybody wants to kind of look rich or look like super successful, right? And it floods into the real world, right? I was gonna say, what are your views again on motherfuckers living above their needs, like wearing designer if you can't really, I don't want to say you can't afford it because you know, say it's an item and get it if you want it, but like, yo, nigga, your rent's fucking 2 bands, you're wearing something that's $1,500, you make 3 bands a month. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's personally, that's a stupid thing to do, like a stupid decision to make if that's what you were doing. Like if your rent realistically is something like that, that is stupid. Like I'd rather save my bread and do something else than buy designer. But there are people who do that just because, yo, that's social media. That's that influence that social media has, right? That's them walking down the street and seeing the same people, and they're like, yo, I want that. Whether they, the fake it till you make it. Some people have that mentality where they just want to keep up because they don't want to be perceived as like, yo, I can't do that, or I can't live with the same, like I can't go and chill with you. You might not want to bring me out because I'm not fly. So people want to be like, yo, because trust me, there's niggas who will go out, be fly, and they still won't pitch on a bottle.
Yeah, niggas
you know, like that's crazy. Like you're gonna go out, you're coming out super fly, and it's like, yo, you have that 50, you have that 50, and they're like,
ooh, a ball, yeah, these
talking yo, but you know I got you after. I'm like, like you know, but and that's crazy because I'm like, nigga, like
you got the craziest outfit on right now.
The craziest outfit.
So what about
you brought us here?
What about when a nigga's outfit costs more than his ride? What do you feel about that?
His priorities are wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot. There's a lot wrong. There's a lot wrong with all of that.
Nah, I'm not even gonna like. Here's the thing. I feel like you took a direct shot at a nigga. Cause
shit, nigga. Oh fuck! I didn't even.
Yo, I don't give a fuck though. I hop out my car and my gear costs more than my whip. I don't give a fuck.
I've done that.
Like, at the end of the day, like I know I'm not broke, so I don't care. Like I think the question pertains to people that like that car is all they could afford.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And then you have more in gear, but
that also comes down to like you not caring what people think about. I
don't give a fuck. You know? And then it's like, yo, I don't. Right now, my car gets me from A to B. This shit did not cost me very much money, and then like to get the car I like is gonna cost like 60 bands. It's a big jump. I pay like 3 bands for my car if I don't care.
But yo, some
you know what I'm saying? And I have that.
Bands?
Well, then yeah, you feel like if that's what you're working with, and then you're buying designer gear, like you're kind of fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like transportation is important. You know,
for sure.
So,
oh, you know it's crazy too. You ever see the ones where niggas be talking so much shit about niggas who wear designer, like, yo, fuck, I don't know why you niggas wear that. Shit's not even hard. But as soon as the nigga get a little piece of change, he runs straight to the store and gets some.
Yeah, and you know he's buying a belt. He's buying a belt. That's the first thing he's doing. He's buying a belt.
Yo, fam, all of a sudden,
and he's rocking. It doesn't matter what he's rocking. He's tucking. He's making sure you see that logo.
Yo, the craziest part is that they go make sure he wears a piece of that designer every day. Fam, you're getting a piece of that. You know what I'm saying?
He's getting that warranty. I'm telling you, he's making.
I've seen that before. I don't really know. It just makes me feel like niggas were downplaying the thing before because they were hating, like, because they didn't have no bread to like get it, and then as soon as they could participate, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna show out. But if you
do get your thing, I respect that. Like, you know,
it's they're hating on it before you get it, like talking about, oh, you're wearing this again, that's whack, or like, yo, you're wearing those shoes, like, fuck, the guy who made that, he's a fish, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
wild.
And then you're gonna beat the gear after. That's a little wild.
That's wild.
That like.
I mean, that's not even fair, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but like, I don't knock a nigga that like as soon as he gets some bread, like, I just don't really judge people how they spend their money, how they live their life, because happiness is subjective. You know what I'm saying? Like, just take care. I think you should take care of your priorities. But if you got a couple dollars left over, you want to buy a Gucci, and maybe the rest of your fucking finances is not all in order, Like, I don't know. I'm not going to knock you because, yo, you only live so long. And then, like I said, most people's not going to be rich. They're not going to be in the position that's socially acceptable for you to buy those things. So if you have a couple bucks and you bought one shoes and you bought one sweater or whatever, like, enjoy your life.
Enjoy yourself, blood.
Yeah,
for sure.
You know what? Shit. Anybody else have anything they want to say in regards to this topic that we're talking about? No? All right, cool. Moving on. Yo, question. What do you niggas deem as an appropriate first date? In 2022, I guess. Yeah, I mean, pandemic's done, everything like that. What do you niggas deem as
an appropriate first date?
Yeah.
I'm asking her. I guess I'm asking her what she wants to do, right? I'm asking because it's like, it ain't about me, to be honest, on the first date.
I think it's mutual on the first date.
It is, but it's like, I'm also very open to what. I'm pretty open. I feel
like shorties don't know shit though sometimes.
Yeah,
like when you ask girls like, yo, where you want to go? That's when this shit's dead. Like not all the time, but sometimes because they just want like. In my experience, like, it's rather you just tell them like, yo, we're going here. I like this spot. We can go over there.
But then you get the girls who are super picky and they don't eat. They don't like nothing on the menu.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I make my suggestion and then she's like, nah, I don't really like that. How about this? I will be open to it. But what I find is when you ask them off the rip, buddy, you're not planning nothing. You might like, yeah, you gotta kind of like, not got to, but in my experience, it's better if you just plan the shit out yourself.
Nah, so the reason I asked that because I don't know, it's wild. I be seeing like social media again, for example. I be seeing the loud minority on social media complaining about, well, yo, I'm not having no date that's less than $600 or less than $500, and like, yo, this is wild. And
that's an idiot thing.
Yo, that's what
she's lonely.
That's what I'm thinking, right? But yo, tell me why these posts on all these blog channels are getting like, you know, they're running up. There's a population of loud minority that agrees with this. You know what I'm saying? So much that it gets from it. Nigga, it appeared up on my scroll screen. You get me?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, do other people really think like this? Like, yo, what's an appropriate first date?
I think
that's not.
No, $600 on like
that is.
We were just talking about niggas that don't have a car. We're talking about $600 on a date. Like,
bitch. It all relates.
No.
And if $600 is your minimum, then you're at a different level.
And we're essentially strangers. I don't even like the idea of I'm spending this much money on a stranger. If you're my shorty, like official, like okay, that's different. I could share with you. I don't know you. That's why we're on a date, so I could get to know you, see if you're worth $600. Nah, which even sounds crazy, but like, you know what I mean? Like, like I said, I'm like, damn. Yo, like I meant like, you know, in the future on a date, like, yeah.
That's real talk, because it's like,
yo, it's 2022.
I just don't understand if a girl wants to, if you go on a date and the girl is trying to take your pocket for $600, it's like,
why are you even going out with her, fam?
Like, you really gotta look at her just like, so like,
fam, just go and look for an ad, like go to a strip club or something.
This conversation has to be real good.
Yo, we gotta have some deep philosophical conversations.
Yeah, this conversation has to be real good.
Your philosophies are fucked up if you think I'm spending $600 on the first date. So I don't even want to hear what you have to say.
So yo, okay,
like,
so
it's crazy.
So then, give me a number. What's an appropriate amount to spend as a man? Like, and yo, when I say as a man, I mean,
I feel you.
Like cordially, like yo, you ask this person
probably.
Out.
Like I don't even like having to put like a number on it. That in itself just sounds fucked up.
I know it does sound fucked up.
Most important is that we linked up.
100%.
But I would say appropriately, probably like I don't know, around like $200. Like, and we can probably cat there. You feel me? I'm not spending no more. Nah, that's just like that's where it ends at. Just because realistically, I'm keeping it real. Like I don't know this woman.
That's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. $200.
That's why I said that we're leaving that as a limit. Like yo, we had a good night.
We had a good night.
And like that covers appetizers, dinner, and a drink.
And
I'm risking not even seeing you again.
Yo, trust me.
Come on,
no.
All of that is like, come on, bro.
$2.
And I'm speaking hypothetically because I've never spent $200 on the first date. I was just saying if it got if the vibe was crazy, then like maybe we can get another order of drinks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, that's like you shouldn't expect that. Don't get in my car expecting that
100%.
shit.
I think the expectation of like money being spent deliberately, like if a nigga don't spend $5 on me, or if he don't take me to the keg and get me all, it's like yo nigga, that's wild. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the
loud minority.
Yeah, like on the internet, like I noticed, like it's a big ass popularity contest. You know what I'm saying? So like niggas. Even niggas like to puff up their chests online, act like they're more gangster than they really are in real life. Like being a gangster has always been like a thing that niggas have try to fake it. And like just to get more popularity. So I think now being a bad bitch, like for the Yadam, it's like, yo, that's their version of being a gangster. You know what I'm saying?
That shit bothers
so and then part of it is like, yeah, let me see how much I could get out of a nigga. Like, you know, like
that's a fact. That's a fact.
And
I'll leave you right at the dinner table. I'll leave you right there.
Okay,
I don't care. Like
question.
I'm
What I'm
rude
saying
like
is,
that.
I think that's why we keep hearing it. It's their version of.
Yeah.
Like all these niggas that's online with a gun and don't shoot people.
Yeah.
There's mad niggas like this all up in the camera, fam. Never rinsed nothing. You know what I mean? So it's the same concept. These girls are acting like they're worth something. You probably never even seen that. You probably never even been on a $600 date with your high chest.
No, that's a big
on your best date.
Never.
On your best date.
But that's how they're going in, you know?
Holy, I had a sick question. I fully forgot. Anyways, because you want to speculate on anything he said, maybe my question get refreshed.
Nah, I just know I ain't spending $6
No, that's cool. That's cool. All right, cool. So, you know what? Okay, bring me forward. So, let's say you're interested in an individual, right? You're like, all right, boom, first date goes well. What do you deem as an appropriate amount of times before you guys link up at the crib? Like, how many days should you go before it's like appropriate to say, like, yo, let's chill at the crib. I'm tired of doing
Seems
this.
like such a formality.
I know, yo, that's but it is a formality.
Only because of my how I don't know how everybody else dates, especially like when you're with when you chill with niggas that's too similar to you, like all the them are doing the same thing. So and then like when you get a little older, you got to realize like, yo, we kind of don't operate like everybody else.
Yeah. 100%.
So I don't know what everybody else's standards are, but like we're not going on a whole bag of dates and you don't come to my crib. Like that just hasn't even really happened.
So how many? Give a number.
Yo, we probably got like 2 of them things, and then we
3.
gotta link up.
Maybe 3. We could
do a 3.
Yeah.
But that depends. Like, do I really like this conversation? You know what I'm saying? Like, is the conversation really lit? Because it's like, yo, it's not even so much I'm trying to rush into the sex. It's just like, buddy, I don't even go out for dinner and do all that type of stuff all the time. So it's like, eventually I want to have just a kickback vibe. Like, you gotta come over and kick it.
100%. And it's funny too, because you're like, yo, it's a whole formality thing, right? And then I realized, especially like, I don't know, it's fucking 2022. It's wild, like talking to someone who's younger than versus talking to someone who's closing your age gap. Like the expectation, the language they use, and then like fucking the formality is completely different. Like you talk to one of these younger women or something like that, they want to come to the crib now. Like, yo, bitch, you don't even know me, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, it's like, yo, you talk to someone of your age or of some stature that respects themselves. It's like, well, nigga, you ain't gonna talk. You think I'm just gonna come over? Like it's.
I respect that.
Yeah, you have to.
That.
You have to.
But then it's also a thing where it depends on the vibe, right? Like. That's the thing that's important. It's like the vibe is important because you could meet somebody and you're like, you know what, I'm chilling with this person for like what 3-4 hours. All of a sudden it's like, yo, half of the day's gone by, you all drinking, you spent that $2 now. You just spent that $2.
But you been nowhere.
But then yo, you gotta drop her home and she's like, I don't really want to go home.
Holy.
You know what I'm saying? And first date or not, nigga, you alright. So
you know
what I'm saying? What you gonna do? You probably chances are you're gonna be like, you know what? Let's go.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. It kind of sounds like a formality because it doesn't always work like in such like
that. But I also
numbered
respect
way.
I also respect that if you want to go home, I'm cool with that too.
No, 100%. I almost
I
almost expect that, and if it's like anything else, it'd be like, oh, okay, shit. Like,
it's hard to explain a vibe too, because it's like you have the girl that made you wait and you respect it, but then there's next girls that up it right away. But even then, it's like, yo, we talked for a while, and I didn't feel like anybody could just come and do this.
Yeah.
Like
I know,
doing this.
Yeah.
You feel this off the strength, like
my guy.
This not just everybody gets to come and do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
big facts.
Feeling like Neo out here.
Yo, so it's like those ones. It's like I'm not gonna judge her either. I'm not gonna like lose respect. You know, it depends on how it happens.
We're adults.
Now you know what's crazy?
This shit just happens sometimes.
Straight up.
I don't know. Fuck. I was trying to figure out a way to phrase what I'm trying to say in my brain for like the last time as you were talking. But okay, you know the whole ideology is like, yo, when you actually are serious about someone, why is it that like you were less likely to try to I don't know, like hook up with them or make an advance in the beginning? You know what I'm saying? Versus where like I don't know. Okay, what I'm saying is, I've talked to other niggas or talked to other people, and it's like, yo, when you actually like a girl, yo, you don't make no move on her, you don't, right? Like you respect her boundaries, you respect. Like, are you niggas on point? Like you niggas like,
nah, I don't move like that. Everybody's getting the same format, except like if I only want to smash, then you're in a category where like this is all we're gonna do. So if we're not doing that, then you need to bounce.
I also feel when niggas
other
like
than that,
girl,
I'm just casual. Like
I feel when niggas like a girl, they also ask more like, yo, man, do you think this is cool? If like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they more like
that nigga's worried. Like,
because
like, I don't want to fuck
this up.
And I feel like once madam start doing that, I feel like you like her, like, like, cause I might you know, I've been talking to her for a minute. Like, we might go out on this date. It's like, like, you know, because it's like you seem like you want to do things for her. That like I think when the guy wants to do more things for her, it's like, okay, like he might be falling. He might be starting to fall for it. It's like he's cool with her. Like, oh, you don't want to come over. Like, even if you just come over and we don't fuck, just come over.
Yeah, the nigga just wants the company.
Yeah, like,
keep me company.
That's different because if you're interested in the piece, then you actually are interested in her, like as a person. You feel what I'm saying? Whereas there's other girls, it's like I only want to brush.
Yeah.
So everything else you're trying to make me do is just bothering me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit on the phone. I don't want to go on a date. I don't want to do none. That's work.
That makes the build up so much better because think about it. Homegirls coming over 2-3 times and you guys having crushed. You at least know, like, yo, that, and it's just like, yo, at least I know you don't do nothing when I'm around.
Yeah.
Like, I know you're scared. Like, your phone's not blinging. Nobody's calling you. That you know, you're saying the same thing to me. Like, oh, this guy's phone's not blinging. So it's like, cool. So now it's like, whenever you guys do crush, it's like, yeah, I think you might be my girl. Like, you know what I'm saying?
She already practically was. Like,
I think you might be the one because, like, I can't be doing this. You know, niggas I can't be doing this.
Got
like,
man and feeling the type of way.
Yeah, like, nobody's even blinging your phone. Like, I gotta tell my dogs that.
Saying you're loyal out here.
Yeah, so like, you know that, but then again, that whole thing could have happened in 1 week.
No, that's okay. So brings me back. So then, I guess it's in regard to even bringing her back to the crib because I don't really mean like for when I say what's an appropriate amount of time for bringing her, like letting coming back to the crib or whatever. I don't even mean just having sex. I just mean like bringing her into your space. Like, like we're not meeting in a public setting. You know what I mean? Obviously, sex is more likely to happen because fuck nigga.
That's a personal opinion. Then.
Yeah, right. So I was gonna say
like it's kind of the same thing though, because I mean, if it's just sex, you have to fuck her at your crib.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? So like, when do you get comfortable with this person being in your house? Mm-hmm. I think that's just a vibe thing, bro. That could be within the same day. That could be within a week. It depends on how the interaction goes.
Okay. You know what? Then let me bring it. So. In that regard, do you think that in situations or relationships where people have I don't want to call them one night stands, but where people hook up like off the rip, you know what I mean? Like first day you guys are fucking. Do you think those relationships last?
Sometimes.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah, it's not that formal. It's like the relationship's not gonna be solely based on how they met. Yeah. It's how they interact after they met.
And I find like kids, so it's so fun when you've done the most intimate thing with one another, like prior to even knowing each other. It's like the whole game after the fact is it's discovering the person. It's almost like, yo, well, who have I had sex with? Like, goddamn, who are you, nigga? I mean, woman, goddamn. And then I say nigga a lot. My apologies.
Yeah, that sounded crazy.
Yeah, no, it sounds crazy, but it's, you get what I mean. But I don't know. I do kind of think that they're I don't know. They're something with hooking up so fast, and especially like this called like hookup culture is at an all-time high, especially with dating apps and shit like that. I want to say that there is. I don't know if there's longevity in that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
If that's all your intention was, then there's no longevity. Casual sex is temporary.
100%.
If you guys can't progress into like, yo, I like you, you like me, we do this, then yo, that shit's going to end at some point.
Right.
You can't just keep fucking somebody for the sake of, and then you guys, one of the people is gonna catch feelings.
It's like a race.
And then they're going to be feeling like at a disadvantage. Like, yo, this person gets what they want, but I don't.
No, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? And then eventually it's gonna go that way if there's no progression.
And I also feel like 100%, like no matter what, like, cause all these girls be like, oh, catch flights, not feelings, and all that kind of shit. Even niggas niggas be acting like they don't care. Niggas be acting like
on both sides, mostly on the woman's side, but cap on both sides.
Yeah, like we're like humans are emotional fucking creatures. Like, how can you act or disassociate yourself from what's really feeling or what you're really dealing with?
Men could do it more though, cause like keep it real, we all have
more
dealt with girls and we don't have no emotions. Like, yo, I just want to do that, and if that's not happening, I'm up out of here, right?
100.
But I find that like girls are so selective with who they crush in the first place, even if it's fast.
Right.
Like, yo, you already kind of predetermined if I'm like good enough to be your nigga.
A girl will tell you off the jump, yo, I might be clingy.
Well, like, yo,
yeah, because they're not programmed to do the just casual thing.
But then it's like they're running. But then you got the girls who are moving like niggas.
Yeah, and it's like, and niggas start afterwards.
Niggas start acting like bitches.
Wait, a nigga wants some love.
No, because a nigga might, but that's because it's like, yo, I'll talk to my homegirl and like she might have done it, whatever, and then it's like, yo, niggas start acting like bitches, and I'm laughing, but then I'm like, shit. And one time I might have been that nigga when I'm acting like a bitch too, because I'm like, yo, shit, like. it's rare, but it's like
it's not as common as with the girls. Like I feel like they end up liking the person that they fucked more often than niggas do, but it still happens to niggas though. Like,
and they be doing some bugged out shit.
Nah, but
they be doing some bugged out shit.
Imagine you're a nigga, you have sex with this woman, you're trying to confine, like, you know, in this person emotionally, like you're trying to be vulnerable to, you know, like a certain extent. Meanwhile, she's taking your vulnerable emotional feelings that the man him super don't know about, and like, this nigga's a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You're like, like, what the fuck? Yep. Like, bitch,
you don't even want to be nice
that
no more.
That just sounds terrible. You know I'm not even gonna lie. One of the gal I'm dealing with, how you deal with some of the gal.
That's happened. I can't even lie. That's happened. The man just gotta hug though sometimes. Just gotta hug. I'm just like, yo, that's crazy. Like, it's
I hug my L's like, quick though. I'm not chasing this bitch. It's like, yo, like early on, if it's like, oh, it's like that.
And then it's like, you know, you meet a girl after and she gonna be like, oh, this nigga's an asshole. But it's like, yo, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Shaggy. It wasn't me. Like, there was somebody before you that made me this way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so you say both you niggas are like damaged, like you carry that shit like from previous relationships and shit like that?
I wouldn't say necessarily I'm damaged. I don't like that word. But like, yo, definitely.
You said it earlier. I'm paraphrasing.
I said perhaps, nigga, perhaps. You get me? No, there's a big perhaps over there, fam. I'm not gonna deny it, but like, yo, you definitely do carry your experiences with other individuals, and like going forward, it's a part of you. It makes you who you are, and it kind of like grounds what you want, you expect, and like how you navigate socially with other people going forward. You know
like, do you think that the experiences you had previously make it hard for you to like a woman? Like, you meet a new shorty tomorrow, she's blessed, everything you want, but you're there like, the last bitch.
I just feel like I know
does that affect you?
I know
like
the symptoms. I feel like I know. I can see those things now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like.
But I don't think that's what I'm asking is is it gonna stop you from doing it? Because like you make an observation. I think that's just us growing up. Like we see people like, oh, I know what's about to happen right here. I've seen this before. You know, so that's just learning. But I mean, like, do you carry like some sort of like reservation towards the woman? Because like, you feel like, yo, if I get vulnerable, she's gonna hurt me again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Do you niggas like carry that shit?
I don't. Okay, I don't say it. I don't think I do. I'm gonna say it. I'm thinking. No, I think I don't. I don't do that. I don't do that. Okay. But what I will say is that like, yo, the mindset you have. So it's like coming out of my first relationship. I had a like a 6-year relationship, and then like, after that, you kind of become like, I don't want to say guarded. Yeah, guarded. No, guarded's a good word. I was gonna say jaded at first, but guarded is a little bit better. You become guarded, and then you don't like. There's that fear of being vulnerable with other people. No matter
what I just said.
Yes.
And you just said no, nigga. I just literally asked you the same question.
Oh, maybe it was a yes, nigga. Shit, I'm
not. That's why I said yes, because I already know.
You didn't even waste no time to yes me.
Oh, well, yeah,
I'm the guy.
I already know. Like,
well, then maybe. Well, no. You know why I say no? Because
you found other words to make the shit sound nicer.
Hold on, I wasn't done talking. It's because I'm no longer there. God damn, it's evolution. It's evolved. I said after my first relationship, yes, definitely I wasn't guarded. But yo, you have to like, after taking time and being single by myself and really like learning to love myself, because I find even with people who break up out of unhealthy relationship, people rather attach themselves to the shitty relationships than to be alone. When people actually be alone and like discover themselves, love themselves, and like heal, then you can, you move past that, right?
So you're saying you experienced it, but now you're no longer.
Yes, I'm in a better place. I'm in a much better place where I would allow myself to receive positive experience. To like, you know, if I want to be vulnerable, like you're more so open to the idea versus fuck all these bitches, I'm guarded. You know what I'm saying? Because fam, you have to realize like, people want love, people want companionship, people want to share their experience and their time with people. Like, I can't call niggas every day to talk about shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but when
go ahead.
Say homegirl who you're talking to now, say she starts like doing things you've seen before where shit was going left.
Call it out.
You're gonna call it out
100%.
But like,
as soon as you see
but now it's like, is that the turn off where you're like, yo, I might have to, you know?
Yeah.
So,
all
like,
right, cool.
that, like, you know what I'm saying? Is that
if
something
I was
that like you're
in
gonna
that situation? Then yeah, when I start to see some shit, like, I address it, and shorty's not like, it don't matter. It's gonna keep happening. Mm-hmm. Then you have to just exit that, because then it's gonna
see. That's something I think I gotta work on.
You guys gonna start splitting hairs.
I might be like, you know what? I can't take 2 more of these ones. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that, because like, you know, people like, oh, you got 3 chances. Like, that's the first one. If I see this happen again, I might, you know what I'm saying? But I expect whatever flaw I brought to the table, she might say the same thing too.
That's why I would address it, because maybe it's something they're not doing consciously.
No, I would agree. I would agree. And then after you've addressed it, made it known, you verbalize how you feel, you put the onus on the individual. It's like, yo, this is like, I honestly have given you my, my feelings.
Yeah.
What you do with them as a result going forward, that's on you, right? But I'm gonna I'm honoring how I feel. So if I do not feel comfortable in the situation because of your behavior, then I'm gonna honor that and like, yo, remove myself from said situation.
Boundaries.
Right.
Talk respectfully.
All right.
Sure.
Exactly. That being said, does anybody have any closing statements before we start wrapping things up?
I'm all right. I'm good.
Yeah, everyone's solid.
Yeah, that was. I like that convo. I like where that one went.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, we'll unpack more and get more depth into the next one. But until then, we are on Common Sense, and that wraps up episode 5.
All right, shout.
I'm X.
Don't know.
Ocho. See you guys next week.
Mitch.
All right, see you guys next week. Peace, love, and unity, y'all.